Have you ever looked at a picture of yourself from a couple years ago and been like, man, my hair used to look really good? Hair gets damaged. It's just something that happens, but this isn't the 90s anymore. You don't need to cut your hair off and start all over unless you had a horrible breakup. Let's do a quick rundown of the 3 major repair lines, starting with Olaplex. Once upon a time, there were no good ways to repair your hair at all. We had protein products, but they really didn't do anything. Until one day, a new brand appeared called Olaplex and had 3 products to help you repair your hair. 2 of them were only for salons, but the 3rd one was for clients to take home and use to repair their hair themselves. Olaplex was able to take the broken bonds within your hair and put them back together so that your hair was healthy again. It changed the kingdom forever, and it was the most amazing thing to happen to hair in my entire lifetime. Damage ruins your hair's natural color, the shine and the vibrancy. You can see here how this damaged patch looks totally different from the rest of the hair. The reason damaged hair looks so different is that your color is all the way on the inside middle of your hair. And the outside layer, believe it or not, is actually transparent.
They tell me, good person inside, beautiful hair outside.
No. In healthy hair, the color shines brightly right through the outside layer of your hair and looks amazing. But when your hair is damaged, that outside layer has imperfections and holes that prevent the color from shining through, which makes your hair look dull, like this extreme example here. But thanks to Olaplex, they could put those bonds right back together and reverse the damage, get their awesome, shiny hair back. Happy days. During all this, Olaplex was making an absolute killing because they were the only ones who had a product that could do this. But it didn't last very long because Olaplex started to get greedy and they wanted to make even more money. So their line started to multiply like field mice into this huge monstrosity of all these products that are impossible to understand unless you study this stuff for a living. And people started to get upset because they got stuck in the Olaplex trap. The Olaplex trap is when people look at this gigantic line and think to themselves, Olaplex wouldn't make these huge bundles of products unless I really needed all those products, right? Right?
Wrong.
Wrong, my friendly friends. These bundles are total crap and a total waste of money. If you want to repair your hair, you only need one product to get that done. So setting up a trap with all these huge product bundles to steal people's money, it's really bad business. Bad business, Les. And it's not just that. If you use too much Olaplex, like one of their entire bundles like this, it's way overkill, and sometimes it gives you even worse results than if you hadn't used it in the first place. Always remember hair commandment number 1, less is more. All right, so let's run through this really quickly so the Olaplex line doesn't confuse you anymore at all. Number 0, skip it. Number 1, skip it as well. Number 2, get out of my face, number 2. Number 3 is one that you want. This is one of the best repair products on the market. 4 is a shampoo. It's way too heavy. I don't recommend it. 5, don't even think about this conditioner. 6 is actually really good for blow drying, but it doesn't really repair hair. 7 is an amazing hair oil, also doesn't repair hair. 8 can go straight down the garbage chute. 9 is the same as 6, but not as good. I know we're moving kind of fast here, so just a quick little recap. If you want to repair your hair, the only product you need from Olaplex is number 3. So this is going to be the challenger from Olaplex going up against K18 and Redken, moving on to K18. All right, so K18 works totally differently than Olaplex. So instead of putting the bonds back together, this is more of a protein treatment, but it's not like the old ones. With this K18, what you do is skip the conditioner and put this in your hair instead, and then leave it. You don't rinse it out. It's made of these little amino chains that are meant to go into your hair and fill in all the little holes in your hair. Because like we said, damage is just holes in the outer layer of your hair, and once those holes are filled, they're gone. Damage is gone. Now, when K18 first entered the kingdom, it was just one product, technically 2 if you're a stylist, but really, I love this because the one product format is super honest. You do not need a million products to repair your hair, Olaplex. It only really takes 1 And that's exactly what K18 was giving you. Awesome job by that. But nothing good lasts forever. And now K18 is getting greedy and doing the exact same field mouse thing that Olaplex did by expanding their line. Now they're trying to sell you stuff like non-stripping shampoo, which is a total lie, and they call this thing a prep, which makes you think, I need to buy this so I get better results, right?
Yes, very right.
Wrong! It's 100% wrong because you'll always get better results with your shampoo soulmate. This stuff gets me worked up, but it's fine. You just have to remember these brands are trying to hit sales numbers. It's the only reason they exist. They aren't trying to be your friend. They aren't here to help you out. So remember, don't fall for the silly add-ons and bundles and all that stuff. You only need this. Moving on. All right, Redken's Acidic Bonding Concentrate is our third and final contender. Such a terrible name. I'm exhausted just saying it once. But this guy takes the exact same strategy as Olaplex does, where it's going after the bonds in your hair to repair them. And here you can see it strengthens these bonds that have been broken. Very cool. Very, very cool. There was just one problem when Redken launched this line, and it's that they didn't have a product that repaired hair, which is the entire point of the line. They came out with a shampoo, a conditioner, and a styling cream, and those products suck at repairing hair because you can't just throw the repair ingredient into other types of products and expect it to work. Don't buy these. Luckily, Redken finally came out with this intensive treatment, which is actually really good. And all you have to do is leave it in your hair, does its thing, so good job, Redken. All right, so let's regroup really quickly. We have the Olaplex 3 from Olaplex, the leave-in hair mask from K18, and then we have the intensive treatment from Redken. All you gotta do is figure out which one is the best. All right, so we'll start off with Olaplex 3. Really amazing product. It's the original that got everybody else to come in here and do the same thing. From our testing over the years, it usually takes about 2 months for this to get your hair all the way healthy again if you have significant damage. If you have less damage, it's not that bad. It'll be even quicker for you. All right, moving on to K18 now. This is where things start to get pretty controversial. I've tried this out on a bunch of clients and even my own stylists who love to play with their hair and are familiar with repair products. And the one thing that literally every single one of them said, they don't like it. I literally could not get anyone to test this for longer than 1 month because they didn't like the way it made their hair feel and they weren't getting results. This was a major bomb with everybody. Like I said, they wouldn't even keep testing it. I couldn't find anybody that would do the full 2 months. Now, quick caveat to that, most of these people who tried this have tried Olaplex 3 before, since it came out way earlier. So if they had never tried Olaplex in the first place, then maybe they would have liked the K18 and kept doing it, but they already knew there was another product that was better. Just is what it is. I can't in good conscience recommend K18, so sorry.
For this reason, I'm out.
Banished from the kingdom. All right, so the grand finale comes down to Olaplex 3 versus Redken's intensive treatment. And again, I like to use testers who have used a whole bunch of products before. So everybody who tried the Redken has actually also used Olaplex 3 over the years. So it was exciting to see exactly what would happen when they went head to head on the exact same head of hair.
Hair to hair.
Hair to hair.
Head to head.
After testing this Redken, the biggest feedback that I got from people was that it gave their hair a better feeling. Their hair immediately felt smoother, more hydrated, softer, a lot of times even after just the first time using it. Other than that feeling, the results were really, really similar. They repaired the hair at roughly the same rate, although I think Redken was a tiny bit faster. But it was the texture of the hair that really put the Redken on top of the Olaplex. The hair just feels a lot better, and that counts for a lot, even if Olaplex still did a pretty good job. So in my opinion, and I take this stuff really, really seriously, I'm not some blogger who got paid to talk about this for using it after a couple weeks. Every single one of my testers liked this the most. It was pretty much unanimous. The Redken made the hair look and feel the best. Olaplex 3 is still good. It's a good runner-up. And my recommendation is that you use the Redken Intensive Treatment. The only thing is, how do you actually use him? All right, so you've got your intensive treatment and you are only going to use this thing once a week. Yeah, technically you can use it more if you want, but it's basically a waste, totally unnecessary. What you're gonna do is on a day that you're going to wash your hair, right before, you're gonna get in your shower, wet your hair a little bit, and that's gonna make this way easier to apply. If you do that, you won't have to use as much. You're gonna put this all over your hair wherever you have damage. For most people, that's gonna be everywhere because they have damage everywhere. But if you damaged your hair a long time ago and the healthy part has grown out, you only need to put this on the damaged part. Next thing you're gonna do, let it sit for 10 minutes. Go do a crossword puzzle or something else while you wait. And people always ask, hey, what if I leave it in for an hour? What if I leave it in overnight? Would that be better? No, it's worse because you're just wasting your time. Please, just do the 10 minutes and get on with your life. It's not that hard. At the end of the 10 minutes, you're gonna go back in the shower, and can you guess what you're gonna do next? Wash your hair. And before you even type that comment, like, Chris, will the treatment be able to get in and actually repair my hair if I haven't washed it first? Yes. Yes, it will. I have no explanation for why, but it works. It just works. It's really, really strong, super solid. The solidity of this, let me tell you.
Tell me.
No. You can wash your hair before if you really want to, but I'm trying to loosen you up. Hair is not this thing that you have to do absolutely perfect, and it takes hours and your attention off of everything else. It's not the way to do it. We are gonna get you the hair of your dreams without you having to give up all this stuff and put all this effort into your hair. It's easy if you know what to do. So we agree. 10 minutes and get on with your life because it doesn't really matter. And this next part does matter. A lot. All right, so you let it sit, you wash your hair, and you think the next thing we're probably gonna do is conditioner, right?
Yes.
Wrong. I always try to be super respectful of your time and money on here. A conditioner is fine, but the hair mask is gonna make a huge, massive difference and take it to the next level. If you don't wanna spend the money on it, whatever, I totally get it. But this is one of those times when it's really worth it to spend the extra money. It's just the truth. So instead of conditioner, we're gonna use that mask and let it sit in your hair, because remember, masks penetrate much deeper than conditioner does to restore moisture. So you're gonna need to give it about 8 minutes and then rinse it out, and then you're good to go. But like I said, you only need to do this once a week. The key is not to turn this into some huge, long ritual where you're sitting around letting stuff soak into your hair. If you do that, you're gonna start to resent this, like, I'm supposed to repair my hair today, but I'm tired. And if that happens, you aren't gonna do this at all. So keep it short and sweet and stay with it, because you're gonna need to do it 8 times to fully repair your hair. This is not an overnight thing. But that doesn't mean that you won't notice results overnight, because if you do it exactly like we said here, your hair will feel and look better the very first time. And every time after that, it will keep feeling a little bit better until the damage is fully reversed. Just remember, the damaged hair never goes all the way back to 100%. From what I've seen, 98% is about the most you'll ever be able to get, which is still absolutely amazing and totally worth it, but honesty is my thing, and you need to know that. And just one last thing, once you get your hair healthy, you better keep it healthy, which means you need my healthy hair routine, the Trendy Routine. You can check it out in this video right here. Good luck. Have a good one. Ole Plexo! Go, 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 go!